Like a little music with your meal, Tuco?
Music? Yes, it's very good. Very good for the digestion.
We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
You know, we're always quickest to doubt people who have a reputation for being honest.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Could be a monkey or a orangutan.
A bald monkey? Is he a pig? He sure eats like one.
It's Hard-Headed Sports with Spinney and Fetty Bus. Famous for their podcasts, you can now catch them right here on the Al Travis Show.
And we've got him, Fetty Bus today. Fetty, thanks for being here. Boy, how you doing?
Doing well after that late night win last night.
Yeah, it was. We'll get into that, but that was a late night. Let's just start with the NBA in general and bust this down for me a little bit. The Thunder and Nuggets go at it again. Thunder win on Sunday, 92-87. The Nuggets scored 8 points in the first quarter in that game. Just amazing. But anyway, that all being said, that matchup is tied up 2 games apiece. Did you think this was going to go this close? I thought Thunder was going to roll them.
I figured Thunder in 6, but it's definitely been a little closer than expected. Specific players on Denver's team, especially like Aaron Gordon, have been playing way better than I expected.
Yeah.
They're just not very deep, so that's why ultimately I thought the Thunder could take them. But the Thunder, their offense has been kind of up and down, which is honestly surprising because they don't really have anybody to guard SGA.
Yeah. Oh, no, you're absolutely correct. That just all around, I think, good coaching, and I think when you have the best player on the floor, that helps out. What are your thoughts on the Pacers and the Cavaliers? They end up winning the Cavs on Sunday by 20. I knew the Pacers were coming in hot, but I don't think anybody had anything for the Cavaliers. And right now, I don't know who has anything for the Pacers.
Yeah, I thought this one could be a sneaky upset either way. But then once Garland had injuries, and then even Mobley and DeAndre Hunter missed a game too.
Yeah,
it's tough to come back from those type of injuries in this stage of the game, especially versus a team that's playing so hot. The Cavs, they were down by 41, I think, at halftime in that game.
Yeah.
And everyone was playing, so I don't know what's going on with them, honestly, but pretty much only contributions from Donovan Mitchell right now.
Are we possibly looking going into the semifinals that the 2 60-win teams, the Thunder and the Cavs, may not be there?
Yeah, isn't that insane? Think about 68 wins for the Thunder. They might not make the conference finals.
That is just amazing. And there's a lot of that going on because you go to the next game. I'm sorry. Does anybody want to play against Brunson right now? The Knicks and Brunson?
No. Those
unbelievable.
I was just thinking throughout their game, I was like, how are these guys so clutch? Like it didn't even matter if it was who was shooting the ball. Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, all those guys were hitting huge clutch time shots late in that game, and they're on a roll, that's for sure. But that injury to Tatum, that was brutal to watch. He had an amazing game up to that point.
Yeah, he had 42 points. It looks like an Achilles heel, right? Looks like he blew his Achilles out.
My guess is he tore his Achilles, yes.
Okay. So he's out. So now you take him off the squad. The Knicks win the next game, and it's over for them, right? They'll end up winning that 4-1.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Potentially just, they step up in Tatum's absence type of game and force it to 6, but yeah, this series is over.
Wow. So the Celtics, another 61 game win, 60 win team is not going to make it.
Champs. Oh.
Yeah. That's just amazing. Again, without Tatum, they're nothing. Now let's go to the game of the week. Last night's game against the Warriors. Minnesota Timberwolves 117, the Warriors 110. We needed the win. We got the win. It was a must win in my book for either one of these teams because it's practically over now. I don't know what the Warriors could actually do. Curry does not look to play in the game tomorrow. Your thoughts on that game? Give me your rundown.
It was a classic, at least for this playoffs, Anthony Edwards game, and the fact that he just wasn't awake in the first half. He just didn't really play with that edge that he usually does, and eventually he woke up in that second half. He started hunting a shot, being aggressive, creating all the actions, everything. So from the overall standpoint, I mean, we played fine. We had 47% from deep. Like that was tremendous. But just the fact that it took us so long to get going and has in every game is kind of confusing to me.
Well, give that to me real quick, Coach. You have the best player on the court, right? And with Curry out, you have by far the best player on the court, and he doesn't play for 2 quarters. Almost every game. It takes him to the third. For folks who don't know, the third quarter yesterday, the Wolves went off for 39, and defensively they held the Warriors down to 17. Really the change in the game. But here's my issues. If you're going to play a Curryless Warriors team, you should be winning this by 20 points. You actually, and for whatever reason, and I don't understand Jimmy Butler only scoring 14 points last night. Butler has to be in the 20s, right? He has to be in the 20s. He should be in the 30s if they're going to win the ball game. No one stepped up except Kuminga for them. I mean, he had 23 and everybody else, I mean, they didn't make 15. This is a scrub team without Curry and everything going through him. How is it we win by 5 and 7?
Yeah, I mean, you say all that about the Warriors, and they still somehow, even with all of that going against them, they somehow beat us in 3 of the 4 quarters last night.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
we were lucky enough to outscore them by 22 in the third quarter, and we still only won by 7. Like, just think of that. Like, you have a plus 22 advantage in 1 quarter, and you only win by 7. Like,
yeah, and what is well, I mean, we won the game. You can rip Finch all you want, I guess, but Finch played 3 guys off the bench. Reed, DiVincenzo, and Walker. Everyone else sit down and watch the game. The Warriors, on their hand, played everyone on the team except Steph Curry. Is this guy figuring out matchups? I mean, you want to find out how you can get that close. Some guy named Guy Santos was in the game. Quentin Post. Who are these people?
Yeah, that is hilarious. But Finch, we know this about Finch. He's always so stubborn with his rotations and his schemes, his game plans. He seems to make adjustments on a game-to-game basis, but not within the game, and that's definitely very frustrating from the fan standpoint. Just like Dante DiVincenzo, for example, has not had it going at all.
No.
And you could just make the simple adjustment of having TSJ or Clarkin instead of him, but you just keep throwing him out there, and he's just complete negative the whole time. I don't get that inability to make adjustments during a game.
I'd agree, because, again, Naz Reid, either he's all in or he's all out. He had a terrible game last night. He had 5 points. He was 11 down when he was on the court, but you don't want to make that trade. I don't understand it. I want to put out, and I know Ant's the face of the team, and Ant's the best player, got it, but Ant falls asleep sometimes. I'm telling you, the only reason we were winning that ball game, got to win that ball game, is Julius Randle. Julius Randle is now the rock on this team. When the Warriors go on a run, the only guy who says, I'll go put 5 points in a row is Julius Randle. He forces it in there inside, or he shoots a 3. Convince me Julius Randle is not the MVP of this squad so far in the postseason.
He has been this postseason, for sure.
Okay.
He's been the most consistent performer on both ends of the floor. The effort is always there. And like you said, whenever we need a bucket, it seems to be Randle that's giving it to us.
Yeah.
Warriors will go on a little 5 to 8 point run.
Yep.
Where offense is kind of chaotic. He'll just come down. He'll be like, all right, guys, just everyone take a deep breath. He'll just, do his classic little drive to mid-post area, fade away, make it every single time. I don't know. He's never played in the playoffs like this, so it's crazy to watch, but he's been going off.
All right, I guess I got to talk about it. I think McDaniels is doing everything we ask him to do. Gobert, 30 minutes on the floor, a total of, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 8 points. Is that $100 a year guy? No. I'm sitting here, Reed comes and goes. What are we getting with Gobert? That guy should be in the 30-point range, especially against a Warriors team without, they have no big man. He's 6 inches taller than the next player on that court, and that's the numbers you get out of this guy?
Yeah, I will admit the Warriors have done a really good job at swarming him on the glass. Pretty much every time I seem to just focus on Rudy, he's got at least 2 guys boxing him out.
Yeah.
So they've done a good job from that standpoint, but just the mentality and the edge and the physicality that Rudy usually plays with has not been there. So his number, even getting double team boxed out, he should still at least get 10 boards, in my opinion.
And if not, you'd have assists all over the place, right? He had 1 assist. If you're getting that box, you got the ball, pass it out to the open guy and get the assist. Something is not right there in my book. I know people know I'm not a big fan. Let's just run down the games real quick. Tell me where we're going. Pacers, Cavs tonight. Who wins that ball game? Is it over for the Cavs?
I think Cavs get this one tonight.
Okay.
But I do think the Pacers are going to win this series at this point.
Fair enough. Nuggets and Thunder, they're tied up 2 apiece.
I cannot decide who I want to win the series as a Wolves fan. I really can't.
Who do you want to play? You want to play Thunder or you want to play the Nuggets? The Thunder we beat in the regular season. I think we feel we could beat them. The Nuggets have our number. I don't know. You tell me. Come on.
I think the Nuggets are going to win this game just strictly. I know it's a road game for them, so they could easily lose. But having the best player in the series, I think, in this crucial Game 5 tied 2-2, I think Jokic steps up, has a huge game tonight.
That's fair enough. Knicks, do they wrap it up then tomorrow night?
Yeah, I think
Thursday night.
They wrap it up. Like I said, the Celtics might get a let's come together for Jason Tatum type game and force it to Game 6. But either way, that one's wrapped too.
All right, and then on Wednesday we'll play the Warriors again. Do we wrap it up? Do the Warriors pull something out and drag this on to see if they can get Steph back? I mean, we almost have to win this game so we don't have to play the when Steph comes back card in 2 days, right?
Yeah, I think this series is for sure over in 5.
Oh, okay.
Those other ones, Pacers, Cavs, I think Knicks, Celtics, they could maybe go 6. I think the Warriors they kind of gave it their last punch last night, in my opinion.
All right. Fair enough, Bus. Let's meet up on the other side of this break and talk about the Minnesota Twins. Fair enough?
All the special interests are represented in St. Paul. But who speaks for you? Center of the American Experiment does. Our policy fellows dig into the tough issues that matter to you and offer common sense solutions on education, taxes, crime, and energy. American Experiment is the trusted, nonpartisan voice of Minnesotans like you. We are working every day to make Minnesota a better, safer, more prosperous place. We are American Experiment. Go to americanexperiment.org to learn more.
If it's your turn to host a game, Grandpa's Barbecue suggests you try something different. Put out the perfect barbecue flavor of Grandpa's Barbecue. Add it to your ribs, dip the meatballs, or drench your wings in the original flavor of Grandpa's Barbecue. It isn't too hot or spicy, fruity or smoky or whatever. Grandpa's Barbecue. Available in select stores and online at grandpasbarbecueshop.com.
Don't need to ask him his opinion more than once. Al Travis on the Al Travis Show.
Absolutely love having Fetty Bus on the program with us. Fetty, Twins turn this thing around. It looks like they've righted the ship. They've won 8 in a row, 8 of their last 10. I mean, that's the best in the Central Division as far as the last 10 goes. But good news, bad news. Detroit, Cleveland, and Kansas City, all with better records than anyone else in the American League. New York, it doesn't matter. Seattle, they've got a better, all of them do. Can Minnesota even catch up? Is the Central this good?
I think we can catch up because you look at this stat right here makes no sense to me. So Cleveland's 7 games over 500, but they have a negative 12 run differential on the season.
They must win huge or win small but lose huge.
Exactly. So I think that'll even out over the course of the long season. One thing the Twins definitely need to get better at is on the road. 6-14 compared to 15-6 at home. So our road performances have definitely been lacking thus far. But plus 19 run differential for the Twins, that is second best in the Central.
Yeah. No, the bats are back, things are going better, and maybe you catch up. But at one point I was saying, if you had a little over 500, you could win this division. I don't know if that's true anymore, but Detroit might actually be for real.
I do think Detroit and the Royals are good. I will admit that. So I think the Guardians will still flirt with like a 500, maybe a couple games over record. So like they'll still be in the mix for sure. But I think the Royals and Tigers are definitely legit. Could win 90 plus games.
Oh, that's just
it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it's going to be very tough. Row to hoe, and whatever they say. Give me your thoughts on. Thank you, Mr. Buxton, for coming alive. Can this guy stay in the game? He currently has a .264 batting average, 9 home runs, which leads the team, 26 RBIs that lead the team, 39 hits that lead the team. Is it a one-man band that's turned this team around when it comes to at least the offense?
Yeah, he has been absolutely killing it so far. 9 home runs. He second on the team is only 6. He leads in hits and RBIs for the team as well.
Yeah,
he's been killing it these last 2-3 weeks. And the biggest thing is he's at least playing. He's only missed 3 games so far out of the 41, which is definitely a good ratio for Buxton. So he's always been that type of guy that can produce when he plays on the field. The question is, will he stay on the field?
Yeah, I don't think he does very well at all doing a DH situation. He wants to be in the game, his mind in the game.
For sure.
Your thoughts on the pitching? That seems to have come around too. That first run through the rotation, things look really bad. They figured it out. Are we back to the pitching that we were hoping we were going to have?
Yeah, I think so. Our top 3 guys are honestly, that's a very good top 3. If you just look across the league, it stacks up there with most teams, honestly. Joe Ryan, Pablo Lopez, Bailey Ober. It's a good 1, 2, 3, and they're going to be able to get us a lot of wins this season just from that. Our back end of our rotation does worry me a little bit, and I think that probably will be an issue for us the rest of the way. But having those 3 is big time. Obviously, Duran out of the bullpen has been lights out so far. So I don't know. Overall, I still think the Twins are kind of a 500-ish team, and I don't really see that changing, if I'm being honest.
All right. Well, that's fair enough. Now, they did take Boston 2 out of 3. They whooped up on Baltimore, thank you. Whooped up on the San Francisco Giants, which was a much better squad. We do have 3 again against the Orioles. This is the kind of thing you can pad some stats. You think we take all 3 with the Orioles?
We definitely could, the way the Orioles have been playing. That team has really stumped me so far this year. I don't know why they're this bad. Like they actually have really good players on their team, so I don't understand what's going on with them. They're 15-24 to start the season when a lot of people have them winning the AL East and potentially even the AL overall in the playoffs too.
So you're going to take the sweep? That's what someone asking. Are you taking the sweep on that for the weekend, or do you take 2 out of 3 and just go home? Just be happy enough.
I'll say 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3 ain't bad, my friend.
For sure.
All right. Fair enough. Sir, give me this. How do we go about picking up Hard-Headed Sports we wanted to on your podcast thing?
You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
My friend, I appreciate you being here, as always.
Appreciate you.